back in the day, now say, now don't complain. Look up, the sun is just a cloud away. You're so afraid to cry, but your heart been feeling dry. It's time to change, but you keep thundering, thundering. I'm wondering what...
Hi guys, this is the second video I'm doing for you guys. If you haven't seen the first video I posted, definitely go back and check it out. This video is the spring months for Aquarius. So yeah, let's get into it. Initially, the first reading that I did for you guys had actually this card was placed in this position, so it's kind of phasing through. It's going more in a past position, and the Emperor is a gentleman who's kind of stern in his ways. He's the king of all kings. He's not the type of guy you want to mess with. He's very much so like an authoritarian. And then, you know, the Emperor could be a person in your life, someone who has these qualities, or maybe you're acting as the Emperor, but it's phasing out. So whoever that person was, or the way of being, you know, it's more like in a past position, but you know, it could have left you feeling like as that person either faded out, or you know, whoever that could have been, a spouse, a manager, even a friend, or a family member who's just so stern, and you know, it's just like their energy is it's powerful. Their energy is a lot to deal with sometimes. So it kind of puts you in a state where you end up feeling like this, where you're feeling either trapped, you're feeling like you can't see clearly, you're feeling bound, and this is in a mental capacity. So whoever this person was left you feeling it like this. Now, let me point out something here for you. So this is more of a past position. So, you know, this could have been a way that you might have been feeling, and maybe you're coming out of that now. But what this is a self-inflicted mental prison, because she can get out of this. She can easily unravel these things that are basically keeping her bound, or that she thinks are keeping her bound. So it's a choice. So you no longer have to stay in this mental prison. And shortly after that, there's a transition where maybe when you realize that, you end up becoming an energy, or you find an energy within yourself which is more determined, is more of a go-getter, is more of a fiery energy within yourself. So, you know, maybe you realize like, hold the hell up. This ain't me. Who the hell? This is not me. This is me. So there's a transition that happens. And it could be in the way you act towards all of this, right? Or this is how you're appearing to the outside world, even if mentally you're in shambles. To the outside world, everyone's looking at you as like the apple of their eye kind of thing. Like you all attention on you when you walk in a room kind of thing. But you're mentally in this space. So, you know, and again, this is more in a past position. So, you know, we're phasing out of what this mental prison could have been. But, you know, we'll see as everything progresses. But now, the good thing is that after all of that, you've got these two cards here. Now, Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune is a new cycle. Judgment is a new day dawning. And Wheel of Fortune is the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor. Now, when I was shuffling the cards, multiple times I kept seeing this card. Like, I would glimpse down at the cards as I'm shuffling it, and I'll keep seeing this Knight of Pentacles, right? And I thought to myself, I guess that card wants to come out. But sure enough, the damn card fell out. So it was intended to come out. Now, About that card, the reason why I thought that it might be placed right there in the middle, in the center of your reading, is because now that you're coming out of this phase where you were feeling more like, shit, I'm lost in my mind, I can't get out of this mental prison, I know who I am, I know how strong I am, I know how fierce in my ways I can be. Okay, great. Now my new day dawning is coming. But I think the reason why the Knight of Pentacles in the center of your reading is because the Knight of Pentacles is methodical in his ways. He's more of a person who thinks things through before he takes a damn step. This is the slowest knight in the deck. Probably the only knight, I believe, that doesn't move. He's stationary. But he's stationary because he's thinking things through. People in the earth sign suit or the Pentacles suit, whatever you would call it, typically Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, these individuals are methodical in the way they operate. They make sure that they plan things through so that way when it's time to take action, there's no room for error. And for this to be the center card of your reading, it's almost like shining a light to be this way, or you're being this way now, where you're thinking things through before you take a step. But it's great because let that phase out. Let that phase out. Now, when you come towards more of the future position in your reading, you got these two pages. Now, this is a new cycle. You're thinking things through, which Knight is still on the lower scale. He's not a queen or a king. He's more on the lower scale. So things are still in its preliminary stages. But then once the new cycle comes, you're still in those, like, a page is just, were represented as messengers. That's what they merely were. Now, when you could either have in a future position some messages coming through from a air sign or a water sign. Air signs are Gemini, Libra, and yourself, Aquarius. Or a page, which is water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I mean, you could have messages coming from these type of individuals, or this is your new cycle, right? Judgment comes, judgment on the Emperor gets phased out, right? But because of the past hurt of the Emperor, or whatever it caused that left you like this, and I'm taking this because it's all in the same row, do not approach your new beginning in this type of way where you're on the defense. Because here comes the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor, and then you're approaching it like, wait, is this BS coming again? Because I'm ready. So, be careful with that. But here's one thing I want to shine light on, because I'm so freaking happy about this. Because as I was doing your reading, I'm shuffling your cards. Cards are falling out. And I'm like, yeah, Aquarius. Because this card before was reversed. And in the last reading, you sat in the middle, almost focused on the loss, right? The lack. The coming back and feeling like you were defeated in a battle. That's what the last reading was about. Now, you're out of that. Now, you're actually walking and you're coming victorious. So that's all about progression right there, right? Where we see what's going on and we're like, hold the hell up. I'm not this. I'm this. I dodged a bullet. I'm the victor here. And this is more in your future position. So it's like, you're in the beginning of a new path, but it's so in its beginning stages. Once you find this victory, you go into the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is like a a new feeling of like love, but it could be a love for life, a love for your family, a love for a person. It's the very beginning stages. So that's what you're going into. Now, one thing I want to talk about is Seven of Swords here. This here represents the underlying energy, right? The underlying energy, this card is typically representative of a form of deception, or someone looking to get away with something, or someone trying to get away with something. So this is the underlying energy. So, you know, are you trying to get away with something? Has someone tried to get away with something on you? I mean, so these feelings that are underlying on what's going on with you, underlying, nobody really knows. But it's the underlying energy. Where you're feeling like deception, so you walk away, but you walk away with 10 rods of burden, and you're so close to where you're trying to get to, but you're tired. All of these rods represent new growth. No one wants to walk around with 10 rods of burden on their shoulders. Hell no. We want to keep it moving light, right? But the rods of lessons, the lessons that represent the rods, they were intended for a reason. Everyone in life goes through shit. Sorry for my French. We all go through things. And you can speak to John and Joe and, you know, whatever. They would all tell you a different story. That's what we all do, right? But nonetheless, each time we go through something, we fall, we get back up, boom, a rod. We fall, we get back up, boom, a rod. So all of these things on this card represents a beautiful growth. And sometimes we all go through it at different increments of time. Some people go through lessons that can last years. Some people go through shorter lessons. It's just the cards that were dealt, right? And it feels like this, right? All those times and all those lessons and the people and the pain that all of it caused, it leaves you feeling stuck from the base of your spine to the base of your neck, right? You feel backstopped. You feel like you have to hold on to your resources. Whatever you have, you got to hold on to it dearly. This is the underlying to everything that's going on here. But what's going on here is not bad. These cards, imagine this. Imagine that. I would be a little concerned or worried for you. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all. That was there in the beginning of the past. This is just an underlying energy, meaning that it's just floating around, right, in the cosmos, underneath everything that you're going through. This is what's underneath it all. This is what sparks the change. Deception, the burden, the pain, the scarcity. Hold up, we're not done. Solid foundations are coming. Being grounded is coming. Your dreams are coming. So look at how different this is here. This is your current underlying energy. I always grab so many cards. I just gotta chill out, right? On this underlying energy to everything that's going on, which was pain in the past, a self-inflicted prison, and you come to the realization of who you are and what you deserve and what you don't deserve, and who can't treat you that way, and it hurted, but you moved on from it, and you're still moving on from it. But now you're at this beginning stage, this new stage of life, you're turning a new page, new chapter. But under all of that, Do people see what you're really feeling? Or what you're really trying to get past? This is rough. But let me show you here. You see those two tens? Tens, completion. You're done. You're done. That's why it goes from, all right, deception. Cool. 10 of rods. It's the end of a cycle. 10 of swords is the end of a cycle. And the scarcity card. And then you've got current position, end of a cycle, new cycle. But then once this is done and the tens are done and you're done with all of that pain that the past brought and all those, this mental anguish, let's put this aside. Close the book because this is done. Now we've got the star, your dreams coming true. Keep focusing on your dreams and the things that you want to manifest. Then you've got the Queen of Earth. I use these things interchangeable. The Queen of Pentacles, she's also known as that, right? And you've got a solid foundation. These are things to come. But you'd be foolish to think it's not going to take some work. Look at this guy here. He's tired, right? He sat there. He's been working on this growth here for so long. He's working. He's working. He's working. He's looking like, why and when are the fruits of my labors going to come? It's coming. It is coming. But do you have the patience to see it through? Do you have the patience to wait for this and to strive for this and to forget about this? Not forget. To learn from it, grow from it, move on from it, to get all the things you deserve. So, yeah, I'm ranting. So, let's put all of these back, the underlying energies, because I really wanted to go in depth there because I wanted you to understand that although the pain portion of life, let me tell you that sucks. That is the worst. But really sit and think about all these lessons that have been brought forth, right? And think about who they make you, and this new version of yourself that you can become. It's a choice, though. Nothing in life is set in stone. It's the steps that we take on a day-to-day that really change the outcome. Don't forget that. Yeah, baby. Okay. The Queen of Fire. She's spicy. Queen of Fire, confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself, baby. Assert your independence and your creativity. This woman here is this woman here. I mean, she's a little dull here, but look at her. Look at this woman. Anyone would be foolish to get in your way. Operate under this energy. Yeah, we got a little scraped and bruised on the way up, but it's whatever. Just move forward confidently. Move forward with your strength. Move forward knowing that whatever happened in the past and the abuses and then whatever it caused you to feel this way is done. It's a cycle of the past. It's no more. Now life is going to be what you make it. All right, so I want to give you some definition, the proper definition of the Queen of Fire, so that way you see, okay? If it's a situation, the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Fire represents, it states, now is the time to stretch your wings and really fly. You've been underestimating yourself and your abilities. Believe in all that you can do and accomplish. You'll naturally attract other people to assist you. Assert your independence and your creativity. As a person with a magnetic personality who is good-natured and loves life. Someone with great self-confidence who is astonishingly well-rounded in terms of talents and skills. Attractive, warm, intelligent, graceful, capable, active, convincing, difficult to throw off. You think you're going to become that person that people can really come and step all over you? That's a thing of the past. This card also means to trust your intuition, balancing your home and your career, a desire for attention and recognition. Just keep at it. Just keep on. Your victory is coming soon. It is. It's just being able to see through the cloud of what this does. One thing I always love to say about this card, because you had this card in the past, in your other reading, so you're still going through it because it's still in the underlying energy. So it's still something you're feeling, you know? But with this card here, it's dark, and they do it purposely that way. It's dark up here, but on the horizon, the sun is coming out. Now, when you look at that card, and it's a 10, so it's the end of this cycle, and the sun is there, now the new set of cards is blue, blue, the sun's out, the sun's out. So this is the direction you're going through. I mean, you're going in after all that has happened. So just trust in the process, you know, and go from there. I'll post another video in spring. I'm doing a lot of things personally with my career, so it's kind of like hard to do this and find the time for it. But I mean, I've been getting some good feedback, and I'm gonna keep doing it for you guys. If you have a desire to know more in depth, just send me an email. I'd definitely love to reach back out to you. Yeah, just provide you with some further insight. It's no biggie for me, all right? All right, guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic spring. I will talk to you in the summer. Ciao.